Good afternoon, all of you. Today, in first unit, we will see the basics of the testing and why we need the testing and what are the things we need to consider while testing. And also, we will see the importance of the bugs has to be given while considering to be evaluated or not. And also, these taxonomies means the classification of the bugs and what could be the effect of the bugs on the user programming will be seen here. So these are the topics for so far we are covering here in mostly in today's class. Purpose of the testing, what makes to test your application or the programs or whatever the considerations we are specifying. And the dichotomies means we have the contrast behaviors are there. So we will see the contrast behaviors which it is providing, and how we are going to test here. We have been having here a model for testing, and we will consider the steps to be processed and what are the including things to be done while processing or while considering a test here. And the next, as I said, importance, consequences, and the next, the last one is the taxonomy of the bugs. Before getting into the testing or the testing procedure, first we will see what is the testing and why we need to test a program or an application or a project here. So if we see how we are defining a testing here is, we need to exercise or evaluate a system, means a complete system, or you can consider a simple component also. How we are going to perform this evaluation here is, we can take the manual or we can take the automated versions of that one to verify what are the requirements set by the that is the client here. Means the requirement analysis requirement phase will have some gatherings from the client who has been approached to us. So what it is doing is, it has to test whether there has been reached, or it means it is to satisfy the requirements what is being given by the client or not. So the testing procedure has to be included there. So here the testing procedure, what you have to do here is, we need to take these things to be done in steps there. Means we don't include anything as a ending, means after the coding or after the development, we don't need to take the testing procedure as of one, as an individual one day. We need to perform the testing on each and every phase when you are considering the SDLC or the STLC. So here, when you are gathering the requirements, when you are coding or when you are integrating, when you are designing a module or whatever it is specifying, we need to perform a test on its level there itself only, because we need to know whether it is performing or whether it is giving the desired results or not. So that's why we need to perform a test. And what are the goals of the testers here is nothing but to identify the bugs, errors, mistakes, or we can say specify failures. So based on the environment of their existence, we will name these things here. Means the errors, failures, defects, and the next bugs have many considerations are there. These things will be considered based on the time of their gaining or the time of they have been found there. So here, while dealing with this testing, what you have to do is nothing but we need to consider where we need to perform the test here. So the testing has to be done at any phase of that one. So at any phase of that one, how I am going to differ at which stage I want to prefer this is a bug, at which stage I want to say this is an error or defect or a failure. So that's why we have been specifying that there could be some deviation, there could be some difference between the place of occurrence or the time of the occurrence of these errors or the bugs or that. That's why what we have done is nothing but we have been differentiated these things here. So we have the totally 4: defect, bug, and then next error, and then you have the failure. So when we call it as a defect, here is a, we are been comparing when we are designing a test plan or a test plan document or anything according to this testing, we have the actual results with us. So actual results means, well, when we are giving this input value, it will produce this this output value. All these things has to be processed there. So while processing this any program here, we need to compare the actual result here and then next expected output what it is. So here we need to compare these two things here. So you are expecting this output here, and what could be the actual it is performing. So actually what it is performing and what you are expecting it. If it is performing the means erroneous one, means it is performing some issuing one, and you are expecting some it should be executed in a successful manner, there lies a difference there. That variation what it is between your actual results and the expected results will be specified as a defect here. So here in testing phase, if there is any mismatch which has been found, mismatch means in testing phase we are getting some input value, sorry, you are giving some input values and we are getting the output values there. So this is the application oriented one. So if you are getting any mismatch in the application oriented one, then we call it as a bug here. Error means, as you know, when you are compiling your program or running your program, you have the compile time errors and the runtime errors. So how we are getting means where is the location of these points or the occurrence here is nothing but there could be some mistake in a program. So the coding what you are using for this programming has a mistake there. So which raises the compile and the next runtime errors based on their processing. Then it is having the location of the occurrence here could be compile time and the next runtime. And coming to the last and the final one, it's a failure. So here, how we call, why we are calling this one as a failure product or the failure application, or is nothing but apart from the testing or apart from the developing in the and all these things, if you are not caring at these three things, that is a defect and then next bugger and then bug and then error, what it is doing is it will leads to the failure of the product when it has been released in the market there itself. Okay, so this is the pictorial representation here. So if you are having error or the mistake, it will leads to the error or the mistake. Means if you are having any means mistakes, means you can take the printf statements also, you can specify the logical errors or the compile time errors or the runtime errors. Any type of the errors will leads to the defect or a fault or a bug. So if you are not rectifying an error, what it is doing is it is leading to a bug here. So if you are not rectifying the bug here, what it is doing here is it is making the complete system into a failure one. So these three, what you are specifying, these are dependent on each other. If you want to your system run on a that is successful manner, we need not to be consider the bug has to be in our program or in our project. To eradicate these bugs, we don't consider any, we won't consider any mistakes or errors in our programs. If you are not overcoming this step by step, means the last one will be the failure, means will be the resultant for the designed one. Means if it is a simple program or a project or anyone. So if you are considering anything into the specification, what it has to do is nothing but at the early steps only, we need to be cautious while developing our program there. So whenever we are developing a program, it doesn't mean that first hour when we are trying has to be successful there. So what it is specifying is we can have, whenever designing a program by an expert also, what it is doing, an expert can make the mistakes there also. Means if we are considering as a beginners or the naive users or intermediates, whatever it be, whatever the type of the users you consider, the errors or the mistakes are the very common one. What it has to do is nothing but don't overlook these errors or the mistakes. If you are overlooking all these things, what it is doing is they are leading to the next level of that is issues there. So the first level here is the errors, and the next level here is we are getting the that is the defects. So if you are not aware of these two levels, at the underneath level, what it is doing is it is completely making your design one to a failure one. So these are the things we need to be keep in our mind when we are dealing with the testing one. So coming to the next and then first topic of your software testing methodologies unit 1. So this is the purpose of the testing. Why we need to test our data, or why we need to process a testing on our project, or on our work, or you can specify it as a work. So here we need to take these into consideration, because we need to specify the productivity, and then quality has to be the main aspects when we are designing a software, or when we're designing any application oriented one. So here at any stage we will have some issues while processing. To overcome these issues, or to find these issues of our program, we need to perform a test on that processor program, or you can specify that any application here. So here what we need to do is nothing but we need to find the bugs only, because once it has been approved, it is directly will be launched to that market here. Before testing, or before getting into that consideration that it is being successfully tested, or the successfully uh, no bugs has been there, like certification has not been done, we can't release these products into our market here. So before, what it has to do is nothing but we need to take these what we need to consider as a tester. So that as a tester, I need to test my given that is the program or the given work. So what I have to test is nothing but from the earlier, or the from the means first step or the last step of your testing. What it has to do is nothing but you keenly observe that whether they have given the all the requirements, or whether they have been included all the requirements of the clients or not. And then next, what are the things that has been included in their uh, web, or in their project, or anything has been covered or not, or they have been successfully executed or not. We need to keenly check as a tester point of view. And then next, we need to find out the bug there. That's all. Means we need to check whether it is providing a bug or not. There is no sort of thing that is it has been successfully executed. What it has to do is nothing but what a tester has to do here is he need to, or he or she need to check whether it is executing or not. Means whether it is providing the bugs or not, in that point of view. Whereas a programmer has been considered, what he is doing, he is checking for its if that is output is displaying or not, whether it is whether his or her program is executing or not. He will look after that time. Whereas coming to the tester, what he or she is doing, he has to check for the bugs only. So he don't want to prove that this has to be successfully executed like that. So we need to take that this requirements what has been given by the client has been satisfied by this project, or the by this product what it has been launched here. So what how I am going to test here. So test here means we can include any type of the features, or any type of the not only the programming or the whatever you're providing. So whether it is interacting or not, whether it is what is the functionality of the for what it has been designed, and what is the performance of these application when compared with the others, what is the interface. So these are the things when we are dealing with the software features we are testing. When coming to these program point of view, we will give the inputs, and it is validating whether these inputs has been accepted by them or not, and we are giving the wrong inputs also. It is validating or not, authenticating, authorization, all these things has to be covered when we are dealing with this testing here. So while testing, we get to know that the testing will lead to the programs or the products failure or not. So whenever your product has been gone through a testing, we will declare that as the product has been successfully completed, or it has been means it has to be little bit changeover will be there, because sometimes when the testing fails, you will let to know that the bug has been occurred. So the bug will be revealed at the time of the testing when you are reaching the point of that one. Means, for example, if you are getting these bugs at the 10th level or the some at the 10th step or not, likewise I said in the previous class also. So what it has to do, we need to consider that where the bug will raise. So if we need to know that the where the bug it is. So if it is there, what we have to do, we need to consider that whether the bug has been reached or not. So you need to know at the 10th step there is a bug. So you need to go on for the 9 steps and you have to reach to the 10th step. Then the bug will be revealed there. So here the indication is the bug will reveal whenever its time has been come only. Means before reaching the 10th step, you won't have any consideration that would be revealed before the 10th step. So why we need to perform the testing, how we are going to perform the testing, all these things will be earlierly proposed there. So these are being considered as the evolution of your testing. How we are going to process the testing here is, so it is being considered as a 5 phases here. So these can be specified as a phases in tester's mental life here. So what are these phases are specified is, these are the categorization of the testing and how we are giving the testing and importance and why much importance has been got into the consideration here. So here until 1956, we are taking these phase as a debugging oriented one. So debugging oriented phase here is, what it is specifying here is, earlierly, they have been specified that the testing and the debugging are the same here. Means there is no any difference between these two. If we want to specify any things to be done, anything means testing has to be done or the debugging has to be done, there is no any differentiation between these two. But now we know that these two have some differentiation, because the testing, what it is doing, it is the intention of the testing is to find the bugs. It won't clear any bugs there. What it is doing is, it will find the bugs and it will give to that person, that is a leader who have been assigned the work. And what it is doing, what the leader or what the person who assigned this work will do here is, again it will be sent to the coding or the developer phase, and there the people will that is rectify that bug by making the changes, and again it will come for the testing and they will perform the testing. All these works, what it has been, it will taking the time taking one. We all know all these things in nowadays, but at the earlier days, the debugging and the testing are the same here. But what is the debugging here doing is, here it will do perform here is it will find a bug, and then next it will specify the location of the bug and what are the remedies we need to perform that one, and then next what are the terms. All these things will be done by that one. So here what we need to consider this thing is, the testing and the debugging are not the same, has to be specified there. So in this phase 0, means in the early days, not now, they are, what it is doing is, the testing what is being considered as it is like the debugging only. There is no any such difference there. No need to consider the testing as a separate task or the separate representation here. While coming to the next phase, which is from the 1957 to 78, it is called as the demonstration oriented. So here, what it is doing here is, they are declaring, means the people who are around these years, they are declaring the project or the software, you can specify the software which has gone under through this testing will work completely. Means there is no any flaw. There is no any flaw, like that it will specify. Means which has undergone this testing has to be showed that the software what you have designed been is a working one. So here what it is doing is, it is specifying that it is a working one. Anything undergoes a testing, means you have been designed a project here or a software and you have been sent for the testing here. What the other people, what the you think here is, it is a working one, but it is not like that. If it is a working one, what it has to do, it should pass the testing procedures what you are giving here. So likewise I said, what could be the testing here is, giving the input values to that one, whether checking that the client what it is requesting, that is the specifications has been satisfied or not, has to be tested there. So this testing process will undergo for number of days. You can specify that in number of that is a lot of months will be specified there. So what it is doing, it is in the demonstration phase, what it is saying, if any project or if any software comes to the testing, then then it will be declared as a working one. Okay, if it is a working one, if it is declared also, why the destruction phase has been occurred. If the demonstration phase is the final one, why we are considering the phase 2 means after going means getting on to the testing phase, what they have been thinking, it is a working one, they have been releasing these products into the market. If the product has been released into that market without a proper work on that one, what it is doing, it won't perform, the performance of that one, it will be very low. So then it will leads to the next phase here. So what is the next phase? Destruction phase here. What the words or what the things they are specifying, they are giving here is if any software what you are using, he's been taken into this testing, what it has to do is nothing but it completely proves that the software is not working here. Means if anything goes to the testing phase, it indicates it is a failure one or it is a failed one. So why so here, why they are declaring means in the previous phase, what they said, if anything goes on, or if any go through the testing, it is a completely working one. And what's happening there, it is not working when they are released into the market. What they have been specified there from 79 to 82 from the previous studies, anything gone through the testing is not working. That's why what the tester, what you are performing, or the testing what you are doing will be a hurdle there, or will be a obstacle for developing or for releasing your project here. And after these things means many bugs has been occurred and they are not evaluating the bugs there and they are not rectifying these bugs. What they are doing is they are saying that they are releasing some statements that whether it is passing, okay, it's a demonstration. If it is not if it's not passing, it's a destruction. Like that they are passing their statements here. And coming to the phase, that is a fourth stage or the for phase 3 what you are having, which has been considered as a evaluation oriented one. Evaluation oriented one has been said that from the previous three phases study from the previous one, what they has what they have said is what we are considering, that is the evaluation phase, it is not that is remaining that is earlier 3 phases what you have said is not the correct one, because while we are the testing, what it has to do is nothing but we need to find out whether it is having the ability to process or the ability to work or not. Means we need to prove that this is the working one. How we are going to prove that this is the working one? Here is we need to take these values to be accepted by that software and to be processed by the software to give the outputs there. That's all. We need to prove that one. And if any problem or if any issue has been raised there, they are rectifying that also. How they are rectifying means they have been identifying the problems at this each and every stage or each and every module what you are having there, and they are reporting back to that one, that is these modules or these things having these problems, try to overcome this thing and again to send these things to the testing here. Means they are not providing that these are the failured one or these are the things which has been not been successfully developed, like that they are not passing any statements. So what they are doing here is they were evaluating your work. How they are going to evaluate here is nothing but the type of the usage has to be specified here. If you are checking for the validations, it will giving the input values there. And if you are going for the interactions, geo interactions, there will be a separate type of the testing there. They are evaluating your work. After the evaluation, if any issue raises, what it is doing is get backing through the person who has been developed this one, and they are raising that this problem has been occurred here. Try to resolve that thing. After resolving, and give it to me, and again I need to perform the testing on that one, whether what the changes you have been made by you on that system or the on that component or on that project is been affected or not, there is any change or not, will be tested, means will be performed by me. Like that they have been specified. And coming to the last one, which is the phase 4, that is 1988 to 2000, which is the prevention oriented one. So here, what it is doing here is we are taking from the that is the previous 4 phases, we are considering the human beings, that is the human beings as a involvers for testing. So in this process oriented phase, what we are taking here is we need to specify automation to be done for that one. And then next, what to be tested and not what not to be tested here. Means tested code and not tested code are the things has to be differentiate here. Means at the up to here, what we are doing, we are testing each and every one, which is the important one or the not important one. Like that, we are involving each and everything while testing. So what they are specifying here is there is no need to be processed here, no need to be considered all these things to be tested. What are the important aspects has to be covered here only, and it could be done manually. Mostly automation has to be supported like that, they has to be included in such a way. So these are the phases which has been considered in the tester's life when they are dealing with one. And at last, after the 2000, they the testing will get has got its own meaning. Means at present, you know the what is the testing procedure, what is it, but earlierly they don't have the separate indication or the separate things which has been considered while debugging or the testing. So here they have been separated, that the testing and the debugging has their own work and their own point of the work, and they are not being included as a same here. So that is about the evaluation of that one. And coming to the testing, well, when we are dealing with the testing, that is not only the finest way or the only way to find these errors or bugs or any issue with your programs or with our projects here. These are the approaches when we are consider other than this testing. So here the first one is the inspection methods. Inspection methods means that could be done in a manual way. So here we need to go through our projects which has been designed, and then we can specify the formal inspection, like reading the code, or you can specify that taking the interviews from the design one. And also we need to take these walkthroughs has to be done while considering these representations here. So by making these inspection method, they came to know that some bugs will be there. So we are not testing, we are not performing any test method on the testing tool on that one. What we are doing is simply we are taking these manual things into consideration. Designing style is the second one. So here we need to specify that there should be some means a simple, or we can specify that small components of the modules has to be specified there. If you are taking the designing way of your program in a complex way, then they could raise a programs here, because you won't be able to identify where the problem has been occurred. Next, third one is the static analysis methods. So here, while compiling your program, you will have that is executions are done or not. What you are doing, we are using the compilers, and then next it is giving some errors, and you are rectifying that error to overcome that one. So here we need to take the formal analysis rather than the compiler here. So before getting into that, you need to trace our program for processing. And then languages here. So the languages here is the area of interest has to be identified first by the developers. Need not to be indicate, or the need not to be take the new languages or the new development areas into our consideration. If any user wants to develop the program, first they should aware of the developers area of specialization. So if they are not being considered as a means access of these things to be done um, by the unknown languages. So what they are doing here is they are getting into the problem there itself. How will they don't know how to develop a program in means they could be naive users there. So already known language means they could identify what the problem is occurring there, what it is specifying. But when we are dealing with such considerations, what it is doing, it is specifying that you need to take into consideration whether these things has a meaning or not. Means the languages what you have chosen will be specified as, okay, this one is the correct one, this is the language I have been gone through, and I will develop my programs in this language. If you are choosing the new language, you are inviting a problems here. Why so means you don't know how to develop the programs thoroughly. And what you are doing, you are using some sort of naive language to develop that project. Then what it is here, if any problems occurs there, then you won't be able to rectify that one if it is unknown to us. And coming to the last one, that is a development methodologies and development area. So as far as consider, so here likewise in the previous session, that is the languages here. So we need to take these environment, and then next methodologies for this processing has to be considered as a known one only. Means the development environment or the area or the methodologies has to be known by the programmers itself. If they are not aware of that one, what he is doing is they are been considering many bugs to be get into that their project there. If it is like that, what they are doing, they are been stopping or they are been solving their problems there itself, and there is no need to, and there is no time to develop or the complete their project. What it is doing, what they are doing is they are certainly finish upping up their finding bugs, and then goes on the time there itself only. So coming to the next topic, which is having the dichotomies. Dichotomy means which is providing the contrast behavior here. So if you see, these six are being considered as the dichotomies here. They are being, why they are being considered as a dichotomies means when we are think of these six things which has been laid on the left and the right side of this verses, we have been specified that they have been having equal part, and then they are doing same work here. Means but not like that. When we deal with the testing, it is being different with the differentiate with the debugging. How it is being differentiated with the debugging means simple one is when you perform to the test or when you are performing the test, you should know what to test, where to test, and how to test. Means the complete information has to be known to the tester. Without knowing anything, they can't do the testing procedure here, because while testing they will get the defect or the bug or the error or the failure, whatever it is. Four representations what we are specifying, fault or the mistake or any 5 6 or the representations or you are specifying, it has to be considered that they could be erased or the found when there has to be specified that the input value is wrong, and then the specification has not been satisfied and it is not interacting like that. How we are going to specifying on how we are specifying all these things means we have known all these things earlier only. Means yeah, they have been given this information will be erased here, this information will be got here. If you are not getting that information for the processing, what it is saying it is a bug there. Means you should know whether you need to, that's why I said what we need to do, how we need, how, and the next why we need to perform the test, and the output, whatever the things has to be known by the tester here. No need to consider anything. What it is doing is it is unknowingly it is performing the test on that one, and what will it predict here is will be come to the end of that one. Prediction will come at the end of that one without knowingly. So if we go for the how we are going to specify the testing means it should be planned, it should be designed, and it should be scheduled here. Whereas coming to these procedures, what it is doing is it is not been, there is no any constraint, means that is any conditions to perform these debugging. Simply what it is doing is it is making things to be done like that only. There is no any pre planning has to be done, how it is going to then have the all these things now need not to be included in such indications. So to perform a test, lastly we can say that to perform a test we should have some knowledge here. Knowledge should be there to perform a test to on these software what you are using. While performing the debugging, you should have some knowledge, that's all. Means there is no restriction that you should know the all the thorough details when you are performing the debugging. And coming to the function and the next structure, so if you are specifying those two are indicating the same behavior here, it's not like that. Coming to the structure, it will give the implementation details here, and coming to the function, it will provide the functionality what you have been designed. Means for what you have been designed has been met or not. Means if you are being designed for calculating some leap year or something, any accessing of the messages or the accessing of the files, it will check whether the total functionality is being met or not, that's all. Whereas for the structure, what it is doing is it will check for whether it has been implemented in that way or not. That's all. The functionality means whether it has been satisfying for what it has been designed, and it what the for what it had been designed means you will provide the some implementation part here. That implementation part will be specified as a structure or the structural testing what you are performing. So here in this third one, designer versus tester. So here we have the test designer and the tester here. So the tester designer will be design how to perform a test here. Means from where to I have to start a test, what are the things to be included while testing, what could be the inputs here, what could be the outputs here, where to perform the test, and from where I have to that is migrate or merge, whatever it is has to be done by the designer. What the designer designed will be given to the tester, and he will perform the testing based on the designed one. So here the test design what you are specifying will be done by one person, and the testing will be done by the one person. Means these two persons have their own work day, and they have been what they are doing here, they have been separated from each other, and what it is providing here is they have been accessing all these things, testing all these things will be done in their own way. Means the test designer has to design the test here. Means from where to it has to start, what the things has to be include, whereabouts has to be given by the designer. By using that, he will test it one. So these two works what they have been specified has a some contrast behavior. And it is a small versus large, means it is a based on the components what you are using here. So the components here is programming what you are considering. If you are using many components, large means many large components, what it is doing is it is specifying that we are many components we are using, means we are differentiating the work into the very small units of the work. There we need to specify integration and the system functional testing what has to be done in such and that one. So dealing with many components what you have designed will be not a easy task here. While compared to the small, means we need to specify that which unit of work has to be divided from which unit of the work, and what could be form a component here, like that we need to know. Means we take the only small amount of the components only while processing. So there is no need to divide a work into very small works here. If you are doing that thing, what it has to do is nothing but while performing a software operation, we need to merge up or integrate all these small components into one. Integrating these many small, that is many components here is will take the efficiency to be lower one. That is the next one, modularity versus efficiency. So if the module what you are defining is a very smaller, very small, means it is difficult to merge that one. So how we are going to take these modules into an account means number of modules will be less only. What it is doing is the work will be done by these modules has to be included in a clear manner. So if it is required, we need to divide this thing into the modules here. There is no need to divide even such small modules here. What it is doing, it is affecting the efficiency of that one. And coming to the next one, builder versus buyer. So builder means the person who is designing this system, and the buyer means who is paying to that is who is purchasing this system. Okay, so if the considering this builder versus buyer, the main thing we need to specify is the accountability. Accountability means whether these things what you are getting has been considered as accountable, means they have been appreciated or not. If these builder and the buyer are the same one, what it is doing is it is specifying that there could be no such accountability here, because you have been designing your own products only. Then there is no any accountability, or then there is no any process of finding whether this person has been performed such good work or not. If you go for the builder and the buyer from the different organizations, the buyer will appreciate the work which has been done by the builder, because they will find the work which has been done by that builder from by comparing with the others here. So that's about the dichotomies here. So here we are having the next topic is the model for the testing. We need to provide 4 steps while performing a test here. The first one is the world of developing our project, and to test that one, what are the things we need to include. So while you are performing the test, the outcome will decide whether it is a passed one, that is whether it is a failed one, or the whether it is a executed, that is a test executed one. So the environment what you are using will be divided into the usage of that one. So it is been using environment, whether it is a software environment, hardware environment will be there. Means what are the software and the hardware requirements we are using for develop the our project. And the program means what are the programming languages and what is the source languages we are using for processing. And the next one is, apart from these two, if you are dealing with this processing, what it is doing is it is giving these things to lead to the bugs here. So dealing the bugs means all the bugs won't be same. So the bug will the nature and the psychology of the bugs will decide what the bug and what is the behavior of the bug here. So if you go for the how the test fails, it is nothing but if the test has been failed. So we will talk about the test failure only. So if it has been having some unexpected result because we are not getting means the requirements to be satisfied here, what it is doing is it is performing a test on that one while taking the another inputs here, and it is making the changes to the program and the program model and also the environments what it is supporting, means the software or the means the supporting files what it is using, and it is reading the bug psychology there. And if you want to provide any that is importance to the bug or not, we need to be specify that thing. So based on that thing, the test will be specified. So likewise I said, programmer's environment is the hardware and the software what it is providing, and also it is taking into the several output, that is the things which has been connected externally, internal interfaces, and also the external interfaces also considered. If you go for the internal interfaces, we can take the operating system, what are the editors, loaders, compilers, and then next what are the utilities we have been used for, what are the softwares, and what are the additional means any database linkages or there, what the things has to be, all these things when we specified. When you go for the program, that is what I said here is if we need to specify that what is the module is doing is the module has to be designed in such a programming language. If it is been not specifying the behavior what it has been designed, what has to do, we need to change the program or the code there itself only, and we need to perform the test here. If it is failing again and again, we need to modify the program. Modification has to be done. So based on that one, whenever we are finding an issue, we will find a bug there. So here, based on the things what you have specified here, the bug has been used, or the bug where it is revealed will be specified here. So this can be specified as optimistic notions of the bugs here. The first one is the benign bug hypothesis here. So this benign bug hypothesis, what it is, there is a such belief that the bug what you have been found, or the find is the which is not having any harmful behavior. That means we are believing that they are nice and they are being logical by the way they find. So by dealing in that way, the bugs won't reveal, or the bugs won't be means they won't be retraced from there. And coming to the next one is a bug locality hypothesis. So this specification is that when the bug has been found, we need to find out where the other locations it is been affecting there. Not only that one, what are the components which has been related to that one has to be found, and we need to get on to that one. And coming to the next one, control bug dominance. So here we need to consider the control structures here. So whatever the control structures we are using, means the loop control or the is normal the control structures what you are providing, whether they are bug lies there, means in the statement where you are using for that one, in the if we are using one conditional statement, so whether the conditional statement is being affected or not. And the next, code and data separation means, so here we are maintaining the code and data separation for the means that is a thread concept is also there. We are providing the code as a separated one, and we are maintaining the data there itself for processing. So here the code will be used by different threads, but the data part what you are mentioning will be different here. So and the next LINGUA Solver establishment here is, so likewise I said, the programming environment, that is a development environment, will lead to the bugs here. Means we should know whether what is the programming language we are using, the programming language basic features, and what are the keywords we are using. All these things we should know. Whether any problem has been occurred, how to resolve that one has to be known. Whenever we came to know about all these things, then you will be perfectized while using the language. If you are the naive or the beginners, then you won't have the such information about the these features which has been involved with the programming language. If the when the experts has been specified, what they are doing is they are using these things to be done in a smooth way, because they know for which type of the project or the which type of that one they has to be used this programming language, or they have to be specified here. And corrections abide means whenever you are doing the corrections, means we need to find out that this corrections what you have been done to this bug has been affected to all the places or not. So here means whether it is been the correction what you have done at this stage is leading to the another bug, or the is leading is clearing that bug or not, we should know. And coming to the next one is a silver bullets. Here one bug will act as a silver bullet here. Why means if this bug has been removed, what it is doing is it is making the other bugs to be revealed. Means apart from that revealing part, what it is doing, it is giving some immunity to other bugs to hide. So to overcome that thing, what it is has to do, it has to be, we need to find whether any silver bullets are there, means any bug is hiding other bugs, or like that we need to find. So sadism subsizes means here some bugs won't be revealed, and then next what it is doing is they are performing these methods or any test to find out that one, they won't be revealed. Means we need to find out other methodologies or other ways to find these bugs, and also to get rid of that bugs there. And coming to the next one, that is a test what we need to perform here is, we need to perform the unit and then integration and then next system testing or not. So here any representation which is being considered as a inputs what you are doing, outputs what you are predicting, and then next what are the documented, what are the commands we are using, what are the executions we have done, what the results we are when specifying control structures we are using. All these things will be specified for the testing only. And we need to perform the test on that one, that is a unit and the component and the next integration, and then system testing in that one. So if you specify this one, that is if you see this thing, that is unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and the last one is the acceptance testing. We are not performing, we are at these things, means if you are performing a test plan for this unit testing, it is specifying that we need to prepare a test plan while integration and also while the system testing and while also the test plan at these acceptance. Now we need not to be blindly prepare a test plan at the acceptance one, whether it is that is satisfying the user requirements or not. If we are not getting the test plans at each and every step, and we are not preparing the test plan at the each and every step, what it is doing is it is simply ignoring all these errors, and finally when the project is coming to the end state, we are being defined, it means design has to be done in a successful manner, but what you are getting here is it's a failure one that it is specifying. So how we are going to provide the importance, like as I said, where we need to know that the importance has been given to that bug or not. So here we need to specify the importance of the bug in this factor here, which is the frequency into correction cost plus installation cost plus consequential, that is a consequential cost here. Frequency means how frequently it has been occurred, means it has been occurred as a first time or frequently it is occurring. And the correction cost means correction cost being included that the finding plus correction cost. Here this, the cost of discovery of the error or the bug, the cost of correction has to be considered when we are dealing with the correction cost. Consequences means what are the consequences, means what is the effect of that bug when we are dealing that one. So that could be specified as a from range mild to catastrophic. And the last one, infectious, means it is a dangerous one when we are specifying here. Mild means that is a printout, misaligned printout, or the lines which has been taking from up and downs, like that we can specify. Or the sometimes we will take the spellings to be misspelled there. These things will be considered as a mild. Moderate means redundant one will be considered as a moderate. Annoying behavior means the truncation of your names or you can specify that your data has been modified voluntarily. Disturbing means when you get the when you are using any card or which is a valid one, it is specifying that is the invalid one. And the serious one means your accountability is lost, means the loss of the transactions here. Very serious means you lost your paycheck. And extreme will be specified as these things what you are doing will for the for one person, like that will be extreme. Intolerable means which has been done for the many people, means the database or the cutting of the money will occur for the many people. And the catastrophic means the system failure will be considered as a catastrophic. Infectious means all these things will be done for the each and every branch or the each and every person, and it has been done here. So that's about these basics of the testing here. Thank you.